revivalhouse.net, here with a commentary. Another installment of our celebration of the great holiday season of Halloween. Samhain or Samhain, however the fuck they say it. I don't know how you say it. Is that how you say it? Samhain, according to Dr. Loomis, right?
No, that was the third movie. The guy that was behind all the shit.
Shamrock. Okay, whatever. Halloween time, celebrating. I think the last one we did was, I can't fucking say it, Cult of Chucky. I keep wanting to say Clit of Chucky like you say, or Curse of Chucky. But we're going to be doing one that we've been trying to do for a very, very, very long time. We're going to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, starring Le Dennis Hopper, King Koopa himself. Yeah, I know Riverman's a big fan as well, and I think you guys have both lobbied to do this one for a long time. It might be cardinal sin for me, but I've actually only watched this movie one time all the way through. I like it, but I've only watched it once all the way through.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat here.
Oh, I remember it fairly well. I like it. I know it's fucking zany as shit. It's nothing like the
special effects are awesome too.
Yeah, it's great. It's a very confined movie, which I like, really simple.
Tom Savini on effects too.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. We're not going to waste any time. And we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 play. 3, 2, 1 play.
And this is streaming on fucking
Prime.
Amazon Prime. That's where we're watching it. So
yeah. And River, you pointed out before we started recording, but perfect timing. I mean, obviously, Tobe Hooper just recently passed away. So maybe this means
it's showing a new Paramount logo. Okay, the Canon logo just kicked in.
Oh, nice.
So if you're watching the DVD, that's probably where you got to start it on the Canon
right before
logo.
The Canon logo, yeah. Yeah, so us doing this now about a month late for Tobe Hooper, that just means that in 2 weeks we'll finally catch up and honor George Romero.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking finally do Dawn of the Dead or something.
The reason we haven't done Dawn of the Dead because it's like 2.5 hours, so it's kind of long.
Blood caked in, screaming murder.
We got to do it this month though. We have to do Dawn of the Dead.
I'm down. Why don't we just do it around Halloween?
I'm down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground.
Now, so this the Texas Chainsaw series is all out of whack as far as canon goes, because you got the first one, and then this one, I guess, is a sequel to the first one. But does Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3, that's like not canon with the second one?
That's when they just basically put him in different scenarios, like he's in a different family almost. There's different members and shit.
Is it me or any of these movies like Next Generation 3, even this one, none of them are really attached to any of them.
No,
they're all just kind of their own thing, and it's all like their own like altered universe of these characters.
Which I kind of like that. It makes it more fun, I think.
And aside from fucking 3 remakes, 3 prequels,
but then they also do things that make you think it is attached. Like in part 3, Leatherface is wearing a leg brace after he gets his leg cut in the first movie. Whereas it's weird. They always tried to link it to the first one, but never part 2. They always say like, this is the real sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Tom Savini.
I've never watched part 3. My a good buddy of mine, he just always made fun of it, like just he says how bad it was. And I used to watch the trailer, and the trailer was fucking wacky, man. And I've just never been bothered to watch it.
The trailer's great, actually.
The trailer's wacky. It's
set up like the Excalibur, where he's by the water and the fucking chainsaw flies out and grabs it. That's hilarious. But yeah, the movie's great. Nothing like that.
Yeah, this movie's a lot of fun.
This was one movie I watched a million times when I was a kid. I still have the VHS from when I was a kid, dude. It's fucking great.
It's cool because the cast of characters is pretty limited, which is good because everybody gets to shine. Dennis Hopper, it's like his character's fucking super colorful. Obviously Chop Top, Bill Moseley, his signature role, he's super colorful. If I recall, isn't the dad pretty
cook?
Oh yeah.
He's originally called the dad in the first movie, but I think after that they only call him the cook. I think he's not supposed to be the dad anymore.
Oh, okay.
He's just an older brother.
This is kind of a long intro credit
Speaking of brother, this is my brother's first horror film. I introduced him to this one. This is kind of like our family go-to horror film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When was this? Was he a late bloomer?
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Okay, I thought you meant Ryan. Okay. Not that any of you guys know that.
I love everything about this movie. It's just, it's fun. I don't get the hate for it.
It is.
Who hates it?
There's hate?
I haven't heard any hate for it.
There is, yeah.
Well, I've heard maybe back when it came out, but as far as I can remember, it's been nothing but a cult classic.
Yeah. Most people say it's bad compared to the first one.
Well, compared to it's two different movies.
Bill Moseley owes his entire convention career to this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Which he should, because he's so good in it. I love those glasses, man. I used to want one of those watches, the hologram watches, but I never bought one.
I like that fucking canary-colored sweater he's wearing. Oh, that's right. It's got the fucking chick from Leprechaun 3 that gets the big lips and ass and tits. You know? And her ass explodes.
Stretch. She actually has a little cameo in part 3 also.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't have any speaking role, but like if you look for her, you'll see her. Well, she's kind of right in front of the camera, but if you don't not paying attention, you won't notice. I'll read about that later in the trivia.
Did we do Leprechaun 3 or no?
I don't think we've done any of them.
We haven't done any of them?
We were going to, but we didn't yet.
You guys did Leprechaun, the first one, on Mac and Zach. Did you guys do any others? We should do part 3 sometime. It's a stupid fun movie.
I like it, but he says he hates that one.
Who, Mac?
Yeah.
Well, that just because you hate it doesn't mean we can't do a commentary. Sometimes that makes it great.
I know.
We can do a commentary of that Hornswoggle leprechaun, see who falls asleep the fastest.
Oh, that shit.
That'll be a sleepy commentary. I don't know. That's a fucking bad movie.
We should do a commentary on the bloated Hellraiser movie.
Did you see the...
Oh, yeah. We did do that one, actually.
We did.
You did?
Yeah, me and her.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it. We did it last Halloween season. Mm-hmm. And it's funny. There was that meme going around. I shared it with you guys. Where did you guys see it? Where I shared it, and it was like a split in half picture. The top half was
that was you.
I didn't make it, but I shared it.
I knew I saw that on Facebook or something.
I don't remember. And it was basically it was like the top Doug Bradley pinhead, and it said something. I don't remember what it said. Some kind of name brand. And then then it had the new pinhead below, and it said great value. It was a great value pinhead.
The Walmart pinhead, dude.
Which I don't know what's taken the that new one so long. I mean, they scrapped it being a big production, so it doesn't have all that fucking money behind it. It's not going into cinemas. There's no fucking Clive Barker or Doug Bradley a part anymore. They recast Pinhead again. So why is that shitty movie taking so long? And not that I care. I'm not going to watch it, but
I haven't heard anything about it in at least like 4 years.
Drop the fucking ball, man, on that. I mean, it was so close to greatness. I don't know what the deal is about Hollywood not wanting to give legends work. Nobody wants to work with. Nobody wants to. These classic these legacy directors, I guess, which could be a negative term, I guess. They can't get their projects off the ground. Everybody fucking strokes them off, but nobody will fund their projects. You know, they had Clive Barker wanting to do it.
Speaking of projects not getting off the ground, I heard that Death Wish got pushed back.
Oh, because of the Las Vegas?
Yeah.
We'll see if that even comes out.
It will. I mean,
I noticed that every fucking Eli Roth movie gets pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
But is it because of the Las Vegas shooting?
Probably. I don't know why.
That's what I'm assuming.
I don't think it'll be pushed back long. They did the same thing with The Punisher. The Punisher was supposed to premiere this week on Netflix, the John Bernthal one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the same week as the shooting, and they delayed it.
I don't get why
that's so stupid. Who cares?
No, well, a lot of people care, River, but I'm saying like...
Well, no, I care about the shooting and everything, but I mean, how is it that insensitive?
Why are we still hearing about the Las Vegas shooting? I thought what happened in Vegas stayed in Vegas.
Oh, my God.
Man.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's
what
a bad
asshole.
joke, man.
Hey, that's what comedy is. You take things that make you uncomfortable and joke about them. Come on.
Too soon.
The way that Netflix is doing it with The Punisher isn't so bad. They're not delaying it indefinitely. They're just delaying it till late fall. So instead of this week, it's probably going to come out next month, right? They're giving it 4, 5, 6 weeks. So it's not like a, I think it's more of a respect thing. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's delay it.
I wouldn't have watched it anyway.
Oh, dude, it looks great. You're crazy.
I don't think it looks terrible.
I like The Punisher, but I fuck superhero shit. I'm tired of that shit.
I know you're turned off on it.
Oh, this is awesome, man. I love this part.
It's awesome.
I thought we were talking about Death Wish. I think that looks okay. I might check it out.
I mean, it's sacrilege, but it doesn't look the way I'm looking at the Death Wish thing, and I watched that this fucking zombie is fucking.
That's supposed to be the original Hitchhiker from the first movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, they kept his body after he got hit by that truck.
That's funny, man. This is ridiculous.
It's awesome, dude.
It's great. If you ever pay attention, you ever notice how long the bridge is in this scene?
Yeah.
Like it just keeps going. They're just using the same stretch of road. It kind of works though, because it's kind of like a dream or something almost. Mm-hmm. But it's funny too, because people watching this now probably don't get it. But like, yeah, that was a thing back in the day where if one person didn't hang up the phone, they would just stay on the line and shit. Like I remember back in the day, I'd go to use the phone and I wouldn't hear a dial tone because it was like whoever I was talking to the last time I used it didn't hang up all the way by accident. So the call was still going from them.
Yeah, but I know you're sick of the whole comic book fatigue, River, but those Netflix shows, they're kind of their own thing. They're not like the movies where they're all crazy. They do the Netflix shows for the really grounded. They're more street and just like action movies. There's no crazy lasers and deep aliens. It's all very street. Like the Luke Cage show is great. The Daredevil's great, and the Punisher, but they go balls to the wall, man, more than the movies could. It's going to be Netflix, and John Bernthal looks to be cool in the part, and it's just all guns blazing, man. I think it's going to be great. They don't confuse it and make it all weird with like the Incredible Hulk and stuff. That stuff might as well not even exist.
I love this.
He sawed his head off, dude.
Yeah, this effect is so cheesy, but I love it.
Awesome, man.
And they're playing fucking Danny Elfman.
Oh, Oingo Boingo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that Beatles album cover behind her? The controversial one with the babies.
Which one? What are we looking at?
The Beatles cover that had them wearing butcher outfits and they had baby body parts around them.
What?
I don't remember that.
That got censored. It's right behind her.
That's like a fucking Cannibal Corpse album cover.
Well, it was tongue in cheek. Like the babies are obviously like Cabbage Patch Kid dolls.
Still, that's fucking messed up. So you're trying to say that not only were the Beatles the first boy band, the first progressive rock band, the first rock band in general, now they were the first death metal band too?
Pretty much.
That they kind of did everything first.
But yeah, it got censored, and if you have like the original pressing of it, like after it got censored, it was just kind of a picture that they glued to the front of the old version, so you can still like see like some of the old version under it.
That's crazy, man. Helter Skelter, to me, that's the first heavy metal song ever. I mean, they really were the first of everything, but now they are officially the first gore metal band too. But it's crazy, man.
Speaking of being sick of something,
and I want to say, just to backtrack a little bit, I'm 100% for when we were talking about like delays because of like events and social commentary stuff. You know, the whole Las Vegas thing is horrible, so I don't want to make light about that personally. I mean, we're obviously not going to talk about it because we're just going to have fun, but that stuff is... I can separate the art from like an action. Of course, I can.
Absolutely.
So it to me, it would be different if they were saying, look, we're going to remove this indefinitely. We're going to take it off the slate. It's not happening. To me, this is different, just delaying something out of respect. It's kind of like the moment of set. Let's wait a few. That's no problem to me at all.
Yeah, but I don't understand. I mean, what's there to delay? I mean, what was it shot in Las Vegas, or I don't understand why you would delay it.
No, he just has guns, man.
Yeah, the Punisher has loads of guns and he just mows people down. It's just
like,
that
guns
respect.
Aren't just a big fucking part of our culture permanently at this point.
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, so not to get too heavy into it. I mean, I'm cool with it, man. A delay, whatever. That's fine. You know, and you know what? It could be part of it. Could be at a good coming from a good place, right? They might just want to honor people and be respectful. But you know, part of it's probably business too. As shitty as it sounds, Netflix probably doesn't want to launch something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to launch something. They don't want to launch a show that centers around a guy that just mows people down vigilante style with guns. That, let's face it, the Punisher, do you think all his weapons are legal? No, he gets all his shit underground. You know, it's probably part business too. It's like, let's launch this next month when it's kind of blown over, right? And of course,
the box office for action movies is always lower after a tragedy.
Yeah, so it's like, and of course they're going to use it as an excuse for like good PR and give the reasoning as, hey, we want to be respectful, right? So
everybody's too busy watching CNN and Fox and all that.
I remember when 9/11 happened, and 9/11 happened on new release day. And then there was like, if you were a metal band, like God Hates Us All by Slayer came out on 9/11.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's just like people just weren't in the mood to buy it. I know what you're saying. Slayer fans are like, oh, they're going to buy it anyway. Yeah, to a degree. But I mean, that's just the way it rolls, man. But
9/11 caused the True Lies 2 to never be made.
oh, yeah.
Remember that scene in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man where it showed him in the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
And they ended up cutting it from the movie completely. That's funny because, like, there's Toby Hooper on screen.
Yeah.
That's funny, though, because, like, when you listen to the Illuminati guys, they're like, yeah, they're putting all this imagery in there to brainwash us so we're ready for whenever the towers come down. And it's like, no, because they cut shit out because of that shit. And, like, now they're pushing shit back because of a shooting. You guys are stupid.
It looks like my dad did.
Another strange coincidence. I mean, I don't know who listens to him out there, but I'm a huge prog metal guy, and I love, of course, Dream Theater. I've loved them for fucking 15 years. But they came out with their Live Scenes from New York album on 9/11, and on the album cover, they quickly pulled it. The album cover is their logo, and inside, since it's live from New York, it's a drawing of the Twin Towers, and there's and it's in flames. Like as like a designer logo, like it's got, it's within a flame. It's like artsy looking, but it's literally the Twin Towers on fire. So they quickly,
like, oh, the Illuminati, they knew it and they put it on their album cover.
So they pulled it and they re-released it without that little part in there. So
I'm just waiting for them to cut out the Twin Towers out of Home Alone 2.
They actually did cut the Twin Towers out of episodes of Friends and shit, and it was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Didn't
make sense.
they put in the tribute one, like the memorial, like the lights? Didn't they do stuff like that? I think they did that, or they added the lights digitally. But anyway, you know who doesn't give a fuck about all this stuff? Fucking King Koopa right here. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, fun. He actually said this was his worst movie he ever did until he did until he did Super Mario Brothers, and he said that was his worst movie.
I was thinking Land of the Dead. But
I was about to say, Dennis Hopper did a lot of shitty movies after Mario Brothers. Do you think he updated that choice?
I don't know. Maybe he did. I didn't hear anything about it. That was always.
Didn't he do like The Crow with Eddie Furlong, Wicked Prayer?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he was in that movie too. He did a lot of shit. So maybe pre Mario Brothers, he was riding high. He was in like Speed and shit, you know? But his standards dropped. I don't think he would have worked with George Romero pre Speed, you know? Post Speed, sure. Now he really became like a Robert Patrick caliber actor, kind of on that level, you know?
Oh, a fry house.
That's pretty crazy.
That's epic.
That's a lot of fries, man. It's kind of, it looks like Dwight Yoakam.
It does.
Guitar and Cadillacs and hillbilly music. Oh,
that's a great album, dude. You should get that.
Oh, I'm not gonna listen to the album. It's forever associated with T2.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that guy right there, he actually died like a couple of years ago because he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, if I remember right.
Oh,
like somebody tried to steal his car or something, and he wasn't going to give it to him, and he ended up getting shot. I think that's what happened. I could be mixing it up with a different story.
Oh, shit.
A different actor.
So who's alive in this movie still? Dennis Hopper's gone. Toby Hooper's gone.
She's still alive. She's still doing cons.
Yeah.
She's doing cons? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be the only one. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
sure
she's at Crypticon or something. One of those.
How many? No, not that we went to.
No, this past year.
What did she sign? She signed stuff for this movie and Leprechaun 3. What else? Was she in any other horror movies?
She was in Halloween. She was in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, was she?
And one of the nurses at the beginning.
I've only watched that movie like 1.5 times, so I can't remember.
She's in like a lot of low budget movies too.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Red Shoe Diaries.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just throwing it out there.
That was a series. That was kind of like Emmanuel in space.
I used to watch that when I was a kid, dude, just to see if I can see like a nipple slip or something.
Well, that's all it was nipples and guys' asses covering up everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was boobs and guys' butts covering up all the good stuff.
I'm gonna look up and see what other movies she's in. I'm sure there's some other ones.
Well, you'd think you do at least 2 horror movies and you're set for life in horror movies. You know, you can do a lot.
This guy actually died kind of recently too, if I remember right.
He looks like Bizarro Fred Rogers. Like fucked up Mr. Rogers.
Bet you told me everybody was my neighbor. I wish I wouldn't have watched you. We had him on the last episode, Jonathan Davis, man.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that piece of trash.
Come on, my tongue. Since I was young, what do you say? Since I was young,
Tasted cum.
Oh, it goes.
I tasted
Since
cum.
I was young, I've tasted cum on my tongue.
That was hysterical, man. I'd love to get Corey Feldman on the show. Do you think you could ever make that happen, Zach?
Oh, I could try, yeah.
I love it.
What's funny is it's probably not out of the realm of possibility that we get the real Corey Feldman on. Then we can have the Corey Feldman. Then we can have the Corey Feldman fucking button with Corey Feldman.
Basically, we just have to tell him how great he is and how hot his angels are.
Yeah, like, hey, we'll give you $500. We'll put our money together and give you $500 to your next piece of shit CD. Just give us an hour of your time.
Dude, I was thinking about picking up a CD just to help the guy out.
Help the guy. He needs. If you want to help him, get him to a doctor. Like, get him some fucking shit for his head.
I don't think he's gonna do the show now after you said that.
You think he's really gonna sit there and go through the archives and like listen to all of our shit before agreeing to do our show?
Hey, you never know.
That would work well if we were trying to get Pauly Shore. Be like, hey, Pauly, just cherry pick any one of our episodes, and you'll hear nothing but fucking praise for you. And hopefully, he's totally oblivious to like troll speak. You know.
Yeah. Okay, Caroline Williams. She was in Days of Thunder with fucking Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie. Tom Cruise.
Not a horror movie, though. Okay, interesting. She can't do... Well, I guess she would. I mean...
She was in Sharknado 4, and she played a character named Stretch.
I'm not surprised.
Tales
it's like that one chick... we talked to that one chick from Sharknado, one of the movies, 1 or 2, and it was the hot gypsy girl from Thinner.
She was in How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. Not a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I think it was on Not a Home Alone commentary. He was watching The Grinch, the cartoon. And I said, I like The Grinch. I like to watch that every Halloween. And you're like, I don't like that movie with Jim Carrey. And I was talking about the fucking cartoon and I didn't notice it. So I was defending the movie. I was defending what you thought was the Jim Carrey movie, and I hate that movie.
Oh, yeah. I think I've like tried to watch it once and it just wasn't grabbing me.
She was in Stepfather too. You ever see Stepfather movies?
No, I've always wanted. Actually, it's on my short list. I was kind of going through when we were talking about movies we want to do for this season, and I was trying to come up with a small list of movies that I've never seen and ones that I've just evaded. And I've always wanted to see The Stepfather. And then
Stepfather's good.
I want to watch it. I really do. I wonder if that's on Amazon.
Jill Schoen's supposed to be 15 in that movie, and she shows her tits. They're fucking great.
I wonder if that's streaming, which, by the way, I want to do everybody a service right now. Like I said, this is on Prime, but everybody get off your asses and check out Pet Sematary 2 if you haven't seen it, because it's on Prime as well, streaming. That's amazing. It's fucking incredible.
It is the quintessential Halloween movie. Why is he buying chainsaws when he can just buy like an AK or an AR or something?
Because that would
Something
be satisfying.
practical.
He's demented, man. Demented.
I
But
like
yeah,
the
you guys
guys-
are gonna find Pet Sematary 2 on Blu-ray, so definitely check it out while it's on there. Maybe that's why all this shit, maybe Amazon's like in prep for Halloween too. So I need
That's
to see
what
like
it seems like,
Stepfathers. Yeah.
And Caroline Williams is in The Legend of Billie Jean real quick. That's a favorite of T-Shirt Joe, who I think is getting married soon. Congratulations if you're listening.
He got
T-Shirt
married
Joe.
today.
Oh,
He did. Congratulations.
Yeah, I just saw pictures on Facebook. That's the reason why I know.
He doesn't have as funny a Facebook post as he used to, does he? Like really fucking like weird Facebook
Trolly,
posts.
yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
do it as much. He used to be on the all day long, at least once or twice.
Hysterical post, dude. I was always rolling when I read his post, man.
Now I only notice his post when somebody dies, and he does the troll post whenever somebody dies.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
he takes their like first or last name and puts it to another celebrity.
Yeah.
like today. Ralphie May died, the comedian, right?
Ralph Macchio, he probably did that, or what did
No,
he
I'm saying,
do?
yeah, Ralphie May died today, so I was gonna. So, but he had a wedding today, so he wasn't on the ball with it. But I was waiting for him to say Ralph Mouth died or something.
Ralph Mouth, yeah.
Donnie Most, Ralph Mouth.
Donnie
Sad,
Most.
sad day hearing about Donnie Most.
Dude, I love Happy Days, man. I was thinking about buying the Brady Bunch box set on DVD. It was only like $20.
Fuck the Brady Bunch, man.
I love the Brady. I watch it every Sunday.
It sucks.
Fuck
I hate,
you.
I
You
hate
suck.
that.
I
shit.
like the
fucking hate
Brady
it.
Bunch
Great
movie.
family entertainment. Shut up.
I love the movies. The Brady Bunch, the two movies. Those
the
are
movies
fucking.
suck, dude.
Dude, you're being
I'm
a troll right
tripping
now.
with the Brady's.
I'm not trolling.
Dude, those movies fucking crack me up. They are hysterical. Yeah, the
No,
second
you-
one. The second one's even better than the first one. Yeah, I'm tripping with the Brady's.
I think they're fun. I don't hate the show. I just haven't seen it in so long.
Oh, the show's great, man.
It's so horribly dated. I can't take it.
The music, dude.
Wholesome family entertainment. That Gilligan's Island, I watch that all the time too.
Time to change.
It was. Yeah, time to change. It was only wholesome in front of the camera because fucking Reed or whatever the fuck his name was sucking dick.
Who?
He was
Ooh.
laying with other men, dude. That's not exactly wholesome.
So you have something against laying with other men. So you don't like Zach? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he can fuck all dudes he wants. I'll suck his dick.
First of all, I'm pretty sure it's decayed and rotted off his fucking pelvis by
horrible,
now.
dude.
That formaldehyde wore off. And I'm pretty sure he died of the HIV, Zach, so go right ahead.
That's fine. HIV.
That's
I
horrible,
see
man.
inside you fine.
No, all I meant by that was, it was like a really wholesome show. And for that era, how like weird it was for the star to be like, I think he was like not open that he was a homosexual. I don't think that came out till like later after it was off the air.
No.
And I think back then that would have like been a death knell for the show. Like, don't tell anybody. Back then.
Probably.
I was telling my wife about Aaron. You're saying that your brother and hung out with Greg Brady, and she thought that was fucking hysterical.
I fucking got high. He got high with
I
the
know.
Brady's.
Yeah,
He
I
was
know, dude. That
tripping
is
with the
awesome.
Brady's,
He was
dude.
tripping with the Brady's.
I'd love to get down to Branson and see Barry Williams' show, man. That's on my bucket list.
God, okay.
I'd love to meet Barry Williams, dude.
Well, if you go down to see a show to Branson, I'll come into town so I could hang out with you too and make fun of him.
Does your
but-
brother still know Barry Williams or no?
Oh, I
I'd
doubt
love
he has,
to- love
I doubt
to
he
meet
has
him,
him on
dude.
speed dial.
Yeah, man. You can hang out with Johnny Bravo.
Dude, you saw him
That's
all the
awesome.
time. He became like Mr. Branson. So he would come into the restaurant that I would frequent all the time. You'd see him all around town because it's tiny. You'd see him at the grocery store buying fucking Mountain Lightning and Dr. Thunder.
It's awesome, man. I'd love to hang out with him, man.
Did he get any Fago?
He lived in like a condo. I mean, a nice condo. And yeah, it's just everybody knew everybody, man. Like it just, we could go up to him and ding dong ditch his house, you know?
That'd be funny if it turned out like he wasn't even really him. He just looked like him. He's like, I fuck with this kid who thinks I'm really Greg Brady.
I just like him because he's on Full House. I'm like, oh man, Return of Johnny Bravo. You stole the Rippers. You were Barry and the Rippers.
That's so unbelievable that he would have her play that on the air. But it's revealed that he did it as bait so that they would go try to kill her, which is a dick move.
I was just telling Zach, speaking of Full House, how shitty that season 3 of Fuller House is, man. We watched 20 minutes of it. It's just a pile of crap.
Oh, I actually watched it.
Not even funny, dude.
I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I mean, that show is just not that funny. I mean, it's the thing is the cheesy humor. And this is going to make me sound like a misogynist, sexist pig, but I'm not. But the cheesy, dopey humor was funny when it was the three guys in the parental roles. But now it's just too much of a chick show. It's a little bit too much because it's like the jokes kind of go over my head. Like I'm so sick of them doing the whole fucking female wolf pack thing, and they go, "Arr!" I'm like, that is the dumbest thing, and it's so predictable, and they do it every chance they get. I'm like, are these jokes not tired for you guys yet?
Well, Kimmy's the only funny one, and she's not even that funny.
I don't think she's funny. The show's not that funny, but yet I still fucking watch it.
They need to get. Is Candace Cameron still hot? I haven't seen any of
Yes.
She's aged well. She's aged well, yeah. I mean, Jodie Sweetin's the one with the big knockers.
They need to get oh yeah, she does got big titties.
Big old honkers, yeah.
I did see that. I was like, damn. Them titties though.
If only she could learn to be funny.
Oh, she don't have to be funny with tits like that.
Steve is still kind of funny, I guess.
He's in it still.
Oh, the only man, you misogynist. Misogyny.
Yeah.
Patriarchy. Patriarchy.
This is all about how many people we can alienate today. Jeez, we've kind of targeted every
white male chauvinist.
Pig.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've been watching it. I've been watching Full House on Hulu because they added all the Miller Boyette shows to Hulu, so you can watch.
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, dude, I've been watching Full House. It's got the entire series of Family Matters, Step by Step, Perfect Strangers, etc., etc. I'm excited to watch Step by Step because that show has not been on syndication in fucking over a decade, 15 years, I swear. So I'm excited about that.
They need to get Candace Cameron to get her brother on the show again. That's what would make it great.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they haven't because I mean, maybe because they brought back everybody. They brought back the cheapest cameos from the old show. They brought back fucking Stephanie's Asian boyfriend that was on a few episodes of the first season. It's like, yeah, why don't they bring back him because he played her cousin or whatever?
Did you ever see that video on the internet where he does the moonwalk? It's so cringy.
Oh,
he's like a kid. He does the moonwalk and he does the moonwalk and then he does this goofy little laugh. It's like, oh fuck, that was cringy.
Is it Kirk Cameron when he was younger or is he older?
Yeah. It's Kirk Cameron when he's young.
Young, like on when he was on the show.
Growing Pains or no?
I think it was on some kind of award show that he was on or something.
I would love it if Growing Pains was on Hulu. I didn't check. That wasn't Miller Boyette. I'm not sure. I think it was on ABC, of course. But I like Growing Pains a lot. I'd watch that.
I do too.
Mike, fucking.
What about Family Ties with Meredith Baxter Burtman?
I don't like Family Ties. Do not like it.
You remember the old seasons of South Park where Chef would be like, "Oh, Meredith Baxter Burtman." He's always talking about her.
That's a shitty show. But there's the episode with Tom Hanks. You know where Tom Hanks played Michael Keaton's, or not Michael Keaton. What's his fucking name? Michael J. Fox. What was his name? Alex P. Keaton. He played Alex, Michael J. Fox's uncle, and he had an alcohol problem, dude. It's so like overplayed, and he punches fucking Michael J. Fox. It's funny, dude, because he's so out of control of booze.
Mm-hmm. And we got the first scene with Chop Top, my motherfucker.
Takes a little while for him to show up. It is great though. He's nuts.
When you first saw this movie, did you notice the comedy right away? Or was it more like the second
Chop Top
watch
used to creep me out when I was
when I first saw it, Chop Top was scary to me.
Yeah,
like none of this really registered as comedy to me. It was just really creepy. My Sonny Bono wig do.
Dude, those lamps are cool.
Well, it is Nick Folk
The fuck is that?
Sorry, my phone just went off.
Sodded.
Oh, did you see it? He just did the saw, dude. That was all.
The sod.
He fucking coined that, dude. That guy ripped him off.
Oh, dude, he's about to abort a baby.
I want that wig.
Have you guys heard Bill Moseley's album with Phil Anselmo?
No, any good?
I haven't listened to it. I heard some clips. It's just like kind of, if I remember correctly, it kind of sounded like rockabilly with Nick Cave, or maybe like some, yeah, I don't know. It just is all right.
He has a band with Buckethead too.
Does he really?
Called Corn Bugs, and he basically just plays the Chop Top character. And he does
Bill Moseley.
Come on my tongue.
Bill Moseley's on vocals in that Phil Anselmo project. Phil doesn't even sing. He's like playing guitar or something, which is funny because Phil's not like an extraordinary guitar player, and it's like I guess he's a good singer, or what's his face, Bill Moseley, but I don't know. It's not exactly metal.
Mr. Shark. That's heavy.
I remember we were on an elevator with Bill Moseley, and it kind of reminded me of that scene in Tommy Boy. You know, where they were in the elevator with
the weight room is?
Huh?
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
You went a little heavy on the pine tree perfume. Next step is watching.
This is possibly the best jump scare in cinematic history coming up.
Let's see. It's gonna be Leatherface.
Definitely in the series. It's when he flips the light on.
It's right now.
Not yet. I thought it was, but not yet. I remember hearing in an interview with Toby Hooper that the reason he's doing that with the coat hanger, it was written in the script, but they never explained it in the movie, is that because of the metal plate in his head that he got from Nam, he's found like a spot where he can put the hot fucking iron right onto this certain part of his brain that instantly makes him cum or something like that.
Oh.
So that's why he does it throughout the movie.
But yeah, they should have explained that. Just had him like say something kooky in dialogue real quick. It would have been funny.
Yeah.
I don't see him coming. He's touched his head a lot.
He's just like, oh, yeah. What was that like? The Rambo 3 soundtrack? I guess when this was made, the Rambo 3 wasn't out yet. So they're lucky they made a Rambo 3.
Yeah, it was kind of like on the Simpsons gag, where they made fun of the Rocky things. Something like, Rocky 5 plus Rocky 2 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. Little they know they do have 7 installments now.
I like Rocky 5. That's a movie
sucks,
people hate.
Yeah, it's a shitty movie. It's watchable, but...
Here's the jump scare.
That is a good jump scare.
Yeah, it's great, but like people are like, oh, it don't make sense. How would he have just turned? Yeah, how would he have turned his chainsaw on without having to rev it up and stuff?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's great.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It was effective. We got a guy scratching his metal plate to make him come. I think logic goes out the door.
Uh-huh.
We're good.
That would be cool though if you could do that. Like you find the part on your brain that does that. My plate.
I feel I was chosen as an instrument to just give music and love and harmony to the world. I remember having the guys go back in and create more innovative, because we don't, this is our thing, we don't put a lot of sounds on the album that are sounds from keyboards that are, pretty much programmed into the machine. Mm-hmm. Go out and make our own sound. Mm-hmm.
Is that Corey Feldman or Michael Jackson?
So nobody can duplicate what we do. We make them with our own
I don't know.
hands.
But
we find things and we create things. And
Michael Jackson sounds an awful lot like Eric the Midget. That's what it fucking sounds like, dude. On Howard Stern. I know, Howard, you stupid son of a bitch.
You big nose piece of shit.
No, Howard, listen to me.
Bye for now.
That's funny. So, what was? At what point did Toby Hooper's involvement end? Did he do the third one? I don't think so. And he didn't do. Did he get like a producer credit on like?
I read today that he was actually only supposed to be the producer of this movie, but he stepped into the director like whenever they cut the budget so much that they couldn't afford a good enough director. So he's just like, I'll do it.
Hmm. I don't know. I've always considered Toby Hooper's career to be somewhat parallel to George Romero. You know, they got a few good movies under their belt, but really they're known for one thing, and they kind of like burned bright for a bit and then fizzled out. You know, I mean, Romero has the Dead series, but you know, and he's got like Creep Show, and he's got the odd good movie in there, but you know, it wasn't like it didn't last for fucking 30, 40 years. He has Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's got Poltergeist under his belt, even though we all know he didn't direct it at this point. I mean, it's pretty much been unearthed that he was just sort of a head, you know, a puppet. And Steven Spielberg really did it. But I guess he was sort of taking the name of it on it for political reasons. I don't remember what it was, what they've said, but I guess people have said it was, for some reason, they didn't want Steven Spielberg directing a movie like that. For whatever fucking reason at that time, he couldn't get his name on it, so he had to sit there and be sneaky about it and get like, you know, whatever. But he did what? He did Salem's Lot, which is a good, you know, TV miniseries or whatever, TV movie.
I don't think I still never seen that whole thing.
It's pretty creepy, I think. But I don't know. And he did the Funhouse. I would like to do the Funhouse. That's a great Halloween movie. I love that movie.
I have the DVD of that one.
It's so good, man. To me, that's a fun movie. But that's it for me. Other than that, I don't see, you know, what else he did. How many times he got to get peened with a fucking hammer before he starts bleeding?
He tried to spit on him. Which one do you guys like better? Do you like the first one or this one better?
Well, I've seen the first one a lot more.
First one's probably one of the greatest horror films of all time. Top 5.
The first one
My
is...
opinion.
It's funny because, like, the first one, it's always, like, regarded as this really crazy, like, bloody movie. But there really isn't much blood in it. It's all just kind of implied. So I think that really kind of, like, ruined it for me because I had it described to me as this really crazy movie. And then I watched it, it just wasn't.
Do you consider it, I mean, obviously it's a horror movie, but it's also kind of like a groundbreaker for the exploitation genre.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly look at it as more exploitation than anything.
Yeah.
It's probably the first exploitation movie I saw when I was a kid.
Isn't it funny that Tobe Hooper wanted to get a PG rating for that? What the fuck was he thinking? He was stoned. He had to have been. Did we miss the part where he puts the chainsaw to her vagina?
I don't recall that. Let me know if it comes up.
Yeah, maybe it's here. Yeah.
So, we watched that guy struggle to get in a door, but this guy busted the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Like, he just walked right through that fucking wall.
Well, that's what happens when they're paper thin and made out of cardboard.
How many times that guy get fucking beat in the head before he moves or tries to roll or squirms or something? He's just laying there taking it. Look at him. Putting his hands in front of his fucking face.
Maybe he's just fucking like... This is just like the squirm from the first movie.
Bunch of spiders having a meeting on his head.
When I was young...
I tasted cum on my tongue.
God, I love that. That's so funny, man.
Did you guys hear that in the episode? I hit it.
Did you? Oh,
yeah.
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, I heard it in the episode.
It's after you think the episode's over.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that it wasn't in it, but yeah, I listened to the whole thing. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's like the post credits when we're wrapping up after. It's funny. That was a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to that commentary, River?
Yeah, I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
This scene's great. See,
so who would win in the battle of the mentally handicapped killers, Jason or Leatherface?
That's
Leatherface is extra. He's extra mentally handicapped in this movie.
Yeah, that's funny because I was just getting ready to mention we thought about doing Leatherface, the one that's getting ready to come out, and I mentioned, oh, this scene's great.
Yeah, it's all hit the tongue.
She got some nice legs, baby.
Yeah, we didn't want to do. I don't know. We wanted to do this, and then there was talk of the new Leatherface. But I actually almost just gave away a spoiler of the new Leatherface, so that's why I just stopped abruptly. Yeah, I might want to stop and be kind, but I've just heard nothing but pretty subpar things about it. And I heard, like you were saying before we recorded, that Leatherface is almost just shoehorned into it, and it's just
it's more like a remake of Natural Born Killers with Leatherface just shoehorned in at the end.
But like not a very good symbol. Natural. Is it at least as good as Natural Born Killers when it's trying to be Natural Born Killers, or is it like a poor man's version?
A poor man's version. I don't even like Natural Born Killers that much.
No, there's no rewatch value there.
I haven't seen it in years, and I've only watched it once. Yeah,
fuck her right in the pussy. Fuck her right in the pussy.
I was waiting to play that on that scene.
How come Juliette Lewis doesn't get work anymore? What happened?
I don't know. I've never been a fan of her.
But she got a lot of work in the 90s.
She was the person from fucking, what was that?
Christmas Vacation.
And
she did a lot of, but she did like Cape Fear. She did Natural Born Killers. She was in that movie California with David Duchovny and fucking Brad Pitt.
What's the one? You should know women don't get roles after 30, man.
Why is one of those things?
That's why they fucking get plastic surgery and fuck their face up.
That's right. It's like Goldie Hawn.
Oh, but she came out of retirement to do that amazing Amy Schumer comedy. That's the movie she came out of retirement for? That shitty Amy Schumer movie?
God, I can't stand Amy Schumer.
It got ripped apart. It looked fucking
comedy
bad.
Stinks.
Yeah, she's not funny. She can't go 10 seconds without making a vagina joke. And that speaks of her, skills, right?
Yeah.
Vaginas are funny. I've never even watched Amy Schumer stand up.
It's bad, man. Dude. I've watched them. I love this part.
Yeah, it's funny.
We get to see Leatherface. He's basically like
thrusting.
He wants to fuck her so he doesn't kill her, so he just kind of lets her go. He didn't expect her to fucking show up and try to foil their plan.
Doesn't he lie and say that he killed her to him?
Yeah,
Chop Top? That's right.
I actually really like this Leatherface in this movie.
This R.A. Mahaloff.
RJ or something like that.
Yeah.
He did a lot of cons back before he died, right?
Yeah. No, he's still around.
He's still alive? The original. Gunnar Hansen died.
We saw him a few cons ago.
I think I saw a picture of him recently, and he had like a huge fucking beard, like ZZ Top beard.
It was Gunnar Hansen that died, and we've never interviewed the fucking guy that dissed him. The guy who Batman Returns. What's the fucking guy's name?
Andrew Bernarski.
Andrew Bernarski, the biker guy.
Fuck him.
Yeah,
why was he so pissed?
The day he died, he fucking openly dissed him, saying "fuck that guy." He must have shot his dog or something. I don't know. It really just burned him. But I wish I want to see Andrew Bernarski at a con, just because he was in Batman Returns. Died, Mr. Mayor.
He used to do a lot of cons, and I heard they don't fucking call him anymore because he's like an alcoholic, and he got into a fight with a guest or something.
He's a
biker.
He's like a trashy biker. He's a super hardcore conservative. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Hardcore conservative biker guy. He's like in a biker gang.
Who's this guy?
Andrew Bernarski played Leatherface in the Jessica Biel, the remake, and just in the beginning, the two movies.
Maybe I'll try to get him on get him an interview, dude.
Dude, he's a super hardcore. If you be friends with him, he does nothing but post about like super the gun stuff, the Trump stuff. And you could see he's the type of guy that gets fucking loaded and starts shit at cons. But he looks like he's a lot of fun too.
Sounds like we'd get along.
He started shit with me. Like, I remember I was on a group where they were, like, pretty much sucking his dick. Like, he's the best Leatherface ever. And I said, he sucks and he's a prick. And he liked it. Like, and he started, like, sending me messages on Facebook. Like, what's your problem with me, man?
Really? Are you fucking with us?
No, he liked it. I have the picture. I think I sent it to you guys once of me saying, fuck Andrew Bernarski, he sucks and he's a prick. And he liked it. I thought,
and then he started
funny.
messaging you in private saying, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yeah, he just said like, "What the fuck?"
See, that's funny. This is the guy. Like I said, he was in Batman Returns. He played Chip. You know, fucking Christopher Walken's son. You know, Dad, go save yourselves. Dad, go. He's great.
There is no bat.
Texas Battleland.
And then he also played Zangief in the Street Fighter movie. Quick, change the channel. You know. You guys ever seen that? Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yes, we have. We're trying to forget it.
Oh, it's great for its YouTube clips, but it's not a very good movie. But anyway, dude, that'd be fun to get Andrew Bernarski on. We could get him to... We don't fuck doing a commentary of his movies. We got to do a commentary of the original.
The
with
war
Gunnar
is
Hansen.
cancelled.
Yeah, get him to do the first one.
Yeah, we got to get Andrew Bernarski on a commentary to do the Gunnar Hansen one.
We'll say like, yeah, you want to do a commentary with us for Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Let him think it's the remake and then spring it on him when he's here. Like, no, we're doing the original. Why would we watch that movie?
And
that Leatherface sucks.
He was super bitter about not getting the role in the Texas Chainsaw, the one with the chick from True Detective.
I don't know why, because that movie was terrible.
The movie's horrible.
Because he just wants work, man. He used to be like a bodybuilder, you know, like in the Batman Returns days, they're early in Zangief, obviously, in the Street Fighter in the 90s. Of course, now, I mean, it's 20 plus years later, but he's let himself go to shit. Now he looks like a big giant biker, you know, beard, fucking leather vest, big beer gut, you know.
They might as well have let him in the Chainsaw because the guy that did play Leatherface in the movie disowned it. Wants nothing to do with it.
Really?
I think so. I think I remember hearing that.
Why? Is he too good for it? Was he
Because it's a shitty movie, I guess.
What does he
Why
care?
doesn't she run through these poles?
I know, it's so... Oh, yeah, perfect for a car, right? Yeah. It's actually... She needs to leave. If she were to go out of the side, the car would be trapped, right?
And look, his headlights are on. How'd they not notice him? They were just right in front of her. Lefty's an asshole.
Now, refresh my memory. Dennis Hopper, he's the brother of somebody, one of the victims in the first one, right?
A Franklin.
Yep, Franklin. Guy in the wheelchair.
The Franklin.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is, like, this is yet another thing. I mean, it wasn't good enough that House of a Thousand Corpses ripped off Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but actually, you know, he ripped off the second one with the brother, you know, coming back getting vigilante justice, right?
I always laugh at this. This is so funny that he thinks this will hold her.
I know. Come on, really.
Stupid.
I think it's supposed the execution's off, but I think he's supposed to notice that it's a skeleton arm right now. Like he thought it was a stick before. But yeah, if you watch,
think about some decayed matter.
Yeah, I think right here, whenever he looks at it, it's supposed to be the reveal.
Which makes it sillier.
Speaking of decayed matter, I was looking to, I was trying to find Return of the Living Dead 2 so we could do that, but that wasn't streaming anywhere. So.
Return of the Living Dead 2, I just noticed that's on sale on Vudu, and I was thinking, like, I wonder if it has the original music in it.
How much does it cost on Vudu? Because that might be a movie worth splurging on digital because, you know, tough luck with just waiting on it around for it.
Yeah, you're not going to get it. They're not going to come out with a...
Yeah, it's only $6. They always have...
That's not bad.
I'm pretty sure it does have an HD version.
Really?
Yeah.
$6.
That's definitely worth it.
I actually just they had like a double pack of Critters 1 and 2 HD, which there's no Blu-ray, so I bought that for $9.
Oh, when'd you get that?
Just right before we started doing this.
On Vudu?
Nice.
Sweet.
Like throughout the whole month, they'll have like different sales and stuff, so I'm going to watch for like the horror movies.
I need to look on the actual stuff to purchase more often on Vudu because I don't really go and look at stuff on sale and whatnot.
I was thinking about getting The Gate because that was on there. I think that was like $5. It was a standard def, but I really want to see that. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to spend the $30 on the Blu-ray because it's a Vestron Blu-ray and they're fucking $30.
Yeah.
The best part is we can just all take turns buying these movies because we all get access to them.
Yeah, exactly.
like I got the next one. Like,
if I find something on there, I'll buy it. So for you guys.
does the Changeling, that movie, have a Blu-ray release or no?
I don't think so.
Because that's a movie I'd like to download and watch.
You never seen that one?
A long time ago.
That's a decent ghost story. I always liked The Sentinel.
Used to creep me out, dude.
Oh, The Sentinel, yeah.
The Sentinel was a good ghost movie too.
I liked God, what's it called? With Fred Astaire, just a ghost story. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That I like that
too.
actually. I watched that when I was a little kid and I really liked it. Scream Factory put that out. I mean, it's pretty bare bones, but you can get that. It's a cheapy Blu-ray. So I think I've almost bought it a few times.
I was thinking about getting The Fog this week because it's on sale for $13.99, but I don't have any money, so.
Oh, the Blu-ray. I got the Steelbook.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched my Steelbook of it.
Oh, that's good gore.
That is cool.
Looks like the insides of a meat pie. This is gross.
It's a chili.
From here on, Dennis Hopper's basically in his own little movie. He's just like fucking like cutting random shit,
Sawing shit up.
He plays crazy good. How could he diss this? I mean, okay, so he said Mario Brothers was worse. I was about to say, like, he's really giving it his all in this performance.
It's probably just like Canon Films put it out, and they kind of had a reputation of being like just sleazy entertainment. Not really. It's probably just hoity-toity shit. Like, I don't claim that movie. I do real pictures like this movie. I do real clever films like Waterworld.
Waterworld's awesome, dude.
I don't.
He's one of the smokers.
What Jim Carrey said? It rules. Cable guy.
Have you? Who hasn't seen one? Is that you, Aaron? And never seen Waterworld?
I've never seen it.
Dude, it's awesome.
I don't like
you
Kevin.
need to watch it, dude.
I've seen it once, and it was like around when it came out, and I remember liking it, but I was a kid.
Not a big Kevin Costner guy.
Oh,
I've seen one or two Kevin Costner movies that I did like, but
then
it's
you'll
just
enjoy
not.
watching him drink his own piss.
Yeah. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is one of my favorites.
I got another buddy that was like always obsessed with The Postman. He's like, yeah, I just always love that movie, The Postman.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people love that movie.
That's Waterworld on land.
And it's got fucking what's his fucking face? Why can't I spit it out, man? Just died,
Mel
Tom.
Gibson.
You can't spit no bars.
Don't do me like
freestyle?
that. Don't do me like
Yeah,
that.
Tom Petty. You
Tom
know what?
Petty. Tom Petty.
The last episode of Mac and Zach, we ended it with a Tom Petty song, and then he died the next day. I feel partly responsible.
Yeah, I listened to that actually. Which Tom Petty song did you have at the end?
Don't do me like that.
Oh, was it that one?
But yeah, nothing against Tom Petty.
So
He's
Black Fly and your Chardonnay. It's a Death Row Pardon.
Tom, I never listened to it. Like he wasn't an album guy for me, but you know he's got good songs. You know, but they're just kind of like a greatest hits guy.
Yeah, he was the backup band for Johnny Cash's first 2 and 3 American albums.
Oh yeah,
I love those.
And he
albums.
he was part of that super group that had George Harrison, Bob Dylan, and Roy Orbison too.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. The name escapes me, but
I've never heard of that.
yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now.
So I do like George Harrison. He's my favorite Beatle.
Yeah, they had a single. There's a music video on YouTube where George Harrison's singing, and he sounds real good.
Somebody was giving me shit because I like George Harrison the best. They thought I was fucking nuts. I'm like,
I don't know.
Which one's George Harrison? I don't even know which one.
He's the guitar player. He was the lead guitar player. I love George Harrison. I mean, I still think I have to give it to Paul McCartney.
his solo stuff's the best. Nah.
I think Paul McCartney. I mean, come on. I mean, he could be your favorite Beatle, but he wasn't the chief songwriter. I mean, you know, it's down to the two guys. But no, George Harrison's solo stuff is good.
I like
his
Ringo.
guitar style. He's got a great voice. George Harrison's got a really nice voice.
Nobody likes Ringo. John Lennon's way overrated.
I like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden
in the
shade. Ooh, ooh. That song's great.
No, it's not. That's the stinker of that album.
No, that song's good. You just got to be really fucking high.
Why are we talking about the Beatles again? Fuck the Beatles.
Can I?
I don't hate the Beatles.
The shitty Beatles.
I don't hate them. I'm just sick of them, dude.
The shitty Beatles.
They suck.
They're a band that don't have great albums to me. It's just kind of like I listen to a hit like list of songs.
They've got there's not a single album by the Beatles to me that is perfect. You know, they've got a couple that are really damn close. I think the closest they got to having a all the way through album is Abbey Road and Sgt. Pepper's. But even then, Abbey Road has Octopus's Garden on it, right? It's got a couple.
That's a good song.
No, it's not. And then but for the most part, those albums are really solid. But then other than that, man, it's just like they got a lot of great songs spread out all over the place. But I like the Beatles. That band, that supergroup I was telling you about, is the Traveling Wilburys.
The Traveling Thornberries.
Dingleberries?
Yeah, Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, Roy Orbison, and Tom Petty. And they had 2 albums in 1998 and also in 1990.
It's funny because I used to be a big Bob Dylan fan. I can't stand Bob Dylan anymore either.
I can't stand Bob Dylan. I mean, he used to play my hometown all the time. Like every couple of years, he'd roll through and play, and I just never went and saw him.
That motherfucker won, what was it, a Nobel Prize and didn't even give a fuck to go claim it? That's fucking badass.
I mean, there's always like the allure to go see him because he is like a legend, but he's horrible now. His arthritis is so fucking horrible that he hasn't played the guitar in years and years and years. When you go see him now and have for like the last 15 years, he can just play piano. So he's not even like really doing, I don't know.
I always wanted to learn how to play piano.
I always thought Bob Dylan wrote great songs, but the people that covered his songs usually did them better.
Absolutely.
It's like, so you realize how great the songs are when you hear Eric Clapton, do Knocking on Heaven's Door. You hear Guns N' Roses do Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
You're doing just all these different people that covered songs. All on the Watchtower was done better by multiple people.
I disagree. Even though he has a shitty voice, I think it's better when the writer sings it. It just has more power.
I disagree. It is a good game, but I believe Donkey Kong is the best game ever.
Exactly.
Donkey Kong
I was waiting
sucks.
for that. You suck.
No.
Car
so you like My Chemical Romance's version of Desolation Row better than his?
Yes.
Never listened to My Chemical Romance a day in my life. But I'm just saying, for the most part,
I'm not okay.
He also just wrote a lot of songs that he didn't release that different artists would do. Like Eric Clapton did this song that was, to my knowledge, never released by Bob Dylan. It was just a song that he wrote. Yeah, it is. He did a song called "Born in Time" on the Pilgrim album. It's fantastic. Yeah, this is fucked up, man.
That's pretty fucked up. Yeah, I'd probably be in shock from that shit. I love how much he twirls her. What's he
making
doing?
me dizzy, dude?
Like a candle in the wind.
Never know. Oh, the
like a candle in the wind.
And it seems to me.
That's such a good song.
Come in.
Sitting here on my mattress, eating mac and cheese.
That's who I fucking love, though. I love Elton. And I get it. He's kind of like a Meatloaf fucking Steinman combo where he does with Bernie Taupin. He doesn't write the lyrics. He writes all the music. But that duo, man, Bernie Taupin and Elton John, they're pure magic. I fucking love that. I mean, all his old albums are great.
That's a great shot.
I wish Leatherface made a mask out of a bunch of victims' scrotums fashioned together as a mask. And I'd like to see that on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Dead dong mask.
Yeah, it's just fucked up when he doesn't have his face.
Yeah, you feel bad for LG.
Would that be fucking surreal and meta as shit if you were looking at somebody else wearing your face?
Yeah.
It's like Uncle Frank.
It looks like he's still wearing his face to me.
Yeah, he looks thicker now. Because they got to put an appliance to make it look like his face is gone.
Shitty effects, yeah. Nothing's better than Uncle Frank. You know what I love is they didn't get the same actor to play the not fucked up Uncle Frank as they did with the skinless Uncle Frank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's like the voices were overdubbed and it was all weird. And I'm like, well, why? I'm pretty sure the guy that played Uncle Frank would have played the skin.
They probably needed a thinner guy so that he wouldn't look so bulky when he's supposed to be missing skin.
Or maybe like the guy in the skinless costume was worked for scale, and it's like, yeah, we don't really need you for this. We can get anybody, put him in here.
Sorry,
and his voice is like dubbed. His voice was dubbed in the skinless Frank, but it still wasn't the same voice as the original guy. It's like it's fucked up. It's like it's like between the characters, like 3 or 4 different people.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel any better? I forgot my reading glasses.
Uncle Frank's a dick. We got to redo Home Alone for Christmas time.
I don't blame him for wanting to fuck Christy. What was her name?
This is funny. This scene is just crazy.
Yeah, I'd ignore that too.
Oh, I'm glad he used his last little bit of energy to help save her. Because, like, man, that'd be fucked up to look down and see her ribs showing. So if he wasn't wearing his mask, why is he talking like he's wearing a mask?
They dubbed some of his lines, but some of them didn't.
Well, I guess if he has no lips, it kind of looks like his fucking lips are fucked up.
He went lip-wristed.
Yeah, he did. It was weird. Man, it took her long enough to take that mask off. You think that'd be the first thing she did? Oh, she's got to take her hat off in respect. Take the fucking face off. Put his face back on him.
I'm going to take his face off.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, big brother. Drop your line sometime.
Hey, watch this. This is awesome.
Ooh, faced.
Faced.
Ooh, faced. Yeah, he's a professor of being a dog. Ooh, faced. You know, I thought it would be funny if we did the fucking remake of Cabin Fever and just shat on it the whole time. Just like, this is the same fucking movie. Yeah, they remade it. It's a shot-for-shot remake.
Really?
But they replaced the fucking party man with a female cop.
A party woman.
Ugh.
And they take... It's weird because they take out a lot of the comedic stuff. But then you have stuff like that where it just seems really out of place.
Does she say that, though? Did she say the ooh face? Does somebody come up and say that? The Eli Roth character?
Nobody says that. Probably the most memorable fucking line from his character, and no one says it.
That's funny. We already did that movie, or else I'd do it again. But we also got to do that. We talked about it. We talked about doing the Evil Dead unrated remake. You know, just for shits.
Yeah.
Because that's on. We all have that on Vudu. I mean, I've been wanting to check it out just for shits because it's been obviously a few years since I watched the damn movie. So if I want to rewatch it, I might as well watch the director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting on Riverman to watch Ash vs. Evil Dead season 2.
You got to put it on Vudu.
Can't, man. It's not. Those fucking seasons don't come with Vudu copies.
Really?
No, they don't.
I wish they did.
Yeah, that's just one. I don't know.
It's such a great show.
Dude, just splurge and get a trial for the Stars app, like via Hulu or via something, and stream it. Watch it. You could probably get a week trial and just fucking binge it. It's great.
Everything takes me twice as long now, man. I can't binge anything.
Yeah, I really want to get the HBO trial to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'm gonna wait till the whole series is out. That way,
I would, but then like when people don't buy it, they have no reason to make another season. So I kind of want to, because what I've heard that they don't know if there's going to be a season 4 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I guess like Stars found out that it's like one of the most pirated shows, even though they give you the free trial and people are still just pirating it, and they're saying like, yeah, if people don't buy it, we have no incentive to keep making it or whatever. So
that's bullshit.
Yeah, I do my part, man. I buy them on Blu-ray.
So do I.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it when it aired, but I wanted to binge it. I wanted to watch it on Blu-ray and the whole deal. With the third season, I'm kind of upset it's getting delayed a whopping like 4 fucking months. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But
when you first told me that it was getting delayed, I was really bummed because I thought that they were going to delay it a whole year. Like, it's not going to, season 3 won't happen until next Halloween. I was like, fuck.
So, but what I'll do is, I still like that's a show I have to binge, man. It's only 30 minutes long, if that. Mm-hmm. It's so long. So I can't like sit there and be nickel and dime per week. So even when it premieres in February, I'll wait till all fucking 10 episodes or whatever have aired. I mean, I can wait. If I'm going to wait till fucking February, I can wait till April or whatever till it's all done. Then I'll get the Stars app and I'll enjoy it. But I do kind of like getting it on Blu-ray and having never seen it. It got me excited buying the Blu-ray. So I don't know if that'll make it less exciting and enticing to get the Blu-ray.
It's like a new movie that's like
I know it's great. But now they delayed everything. I have no idea when they're going to release the Blu-ray. It's like, does that mean they're not going to release the Blu-ray till February 2019, or are they going to release it in October still?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, so it's
not sure. Yeah, but yeah, I remember like back whenever season 2 first was getting ready to air and they greenlit the third season but didn't want it to like the news to come out yet. Like I remember some guy, he got the job to help write some of the third season, and I guess he put it on his Twitter like, yeah, now I'm working on Ash vs. Evil Dead, and they like, no, pull that off. We didn't want it to come out that we were doing a third season yet. And I guess like the guy that it was, I looked up some of his movies, and I thought all of them sucked. So I'm kind of worried that like maybe season 3 will take a dip of quality. Hopefully not. But yeah, he's just one guy. So
hopefully he don't take any of his ideas. But I can't wait for it. That would be. I hope they got some sort of deal in ink. As far as like, look, you got to let us finish it. Like, you got to give us minimum like 4 seasons or something, right? And then if you're going to cancel us, you need to fucking let us know so we have time to wrap it up in a final season or something.
Yeah, they did. They can't leave. This season does. Sorry, go ahead.
They saying it ties it up.
They said, yeah, it ends with kind of a tie up just in case they don't get another one. But hopefully they do. Like, hopefully they last like 5. Because I remember. Raimi, what's his name?
There he is in the fucking wheelchair. Sorry, go ahead.
Ted Raimi, he's one of the writers, and he's acting in season 2. He said he's hoping that it lasts like 5 seasons, so hopefully they at least get that. That's what they wanted.
Franklin sells his flashlight.
That's funny. I just hope they wrap it up, because that would be a crime, because it's such a, beloved franchise. It's like, don't leave that hanging.
They did with season 2. Like, oddly enough, season 1, maybe they knew they were getting season 2 right away, because season 1 is the only one that kind of ends with a cliffhanger. Season 2 wrapped it up pretty good, I thought.
No spoilers.
So this is, no spoilers for River. But so this, little things like this make it canon with the first one, but it's like it splits off into a million different like timelines and universes.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Blu-ray of this, and of course it's one of those bare bones, shitty MGM crap Blu-rays. But
didn't Shout release it too?
Yeah, Shout Factory put it out.
Oh, recently. They did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't double dip anymore. I'm not into that.
I never got the old Blu-ray, so I might get it sometime.
Yeah, me too. That's the way I felt about the original TCM, because it's like they were releasing different versions of that every single fucking year, and I gave up buying them. I've never owned that on Blu-ray, because it's like, I swear to you, I have like 4 different fucking copies.
I still don't own it on Blu-ray, but I do want the 40th anniversary.
It's like I got
a shit ton of stuff.
I have like 4 different copies on Blu-ray. Like, how many fucking times are they going to re-release this shit? No, DVD is what I meant.
And now it's what, 4K Blu-ray? Do you have a 4K Blu-ray player? Anybody?
I still don't have a 4K player. And the reason why I don't is, I mean, I have a 4K TV and I really want one, but it's still kind of new tech, man. And the 4K players cost so much fucking money.
I wonder how it looks.
It's hard to justify it. It's hard to justify it because not that many movies are in 4K. They don't have that many 4K. They don't have that many 4K releases, even the upscaled, like the HD Blu-ray. They don't have that many. And the ones that mostly are, it's like the big blockbusters. I'm not going to find, all these old movies, they're pretty much done as good as they can be in these 1080p restorations. It's kind of like the whole Arrow putting out The Thing. Do we really think a 4K resolution is going to look any better than Shouts? You know? It's like, come on. That movie's fucking older than shit. I don't think, how many pixels are you going to take?
So the 4K Blu-rays don't just play in a Blu-ray player. You have to get a 4K player.
Yeah, I assume they do. I have a few because when I've bought movies that come with them, like I said, Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man's coming out next week, like an Alien Covenant, in cases like this where they have a box that comes with a Blu-ray and the 4K, I just go ahead and pay the $2 extra when it's on sale and get the one with the 4K Blu-ray just in case for later, right? Yeah. But I haven't tried it. I haven't tried playing a 4K Bluray and throwing it in there. They need to
just start doing that. They need to stop selling you the format and just sell you the movie. Like, you buy this, we're gonna give you every fucking version of it, the DVD, the Blu-ray, whatever's out so far.
What, you like that or you don't?
No, I wish they'd do that. If they just sell you the movie, not sell you the format, pretty much, so that you have to re-buy it every time.
I've been guilty lately. I've been buying DVDs from the Goodwill because they're only like 50 cents, dude. Yeah, I've been VHS and DVD just because they're so cheap, man.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these movies I haven't seen yet, so I'm like, I'll just get it.
Did you guys get did you ever have, or does the new Blu-ray version have the deleted scenes of this movie on them?
I have no idea.
No idea. No
my version does. And fun fact, fucking Joe Bob Briggs had a part in this movie.
What?
Oh yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think I heard that.
Yeah, there's a big scene where like they go out just on a killing spree, getting fresh meat, and he was actually playing a movie critic in a theater, which was funny. And he gets killed.
So he has another movie in his filmography besides Casino?
Yeah, he's actually credited at the end, but his scene was cut. He's credited John Bloom. That's his real name.
Good old Joe Bob.
That's the name he went under when he was on like the really early fucking like The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He had a segment on there at one point.
Riverman, what was that fucking movie that I was with you that we bought or you bought on DVD? Like Cat
You
Girls
bought
and
it
Heat?
You bought it for my birthday. I still own it. Still have it
because it had a commentary by Joe Bob.
Teenage Cat Girls and Heat. That's what it's called.
He did a commentary. I love his commentary. He did for I Spit on Your Grave. That's one of my favorites.
I still have that DVD because of that commentary.
It's on the Blu-ray too, isn't it, or is it not?
Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I say I have it. Yeah.
I don't have the Blu-ray of that.
I have the double feature, the original and the remake. And I kind of want to get the sequels too because I thought part 3.
The remake was good. I thought
it wasn't bad.
Part 2, I thought was just Part 3 was so like fucking retarded that it was fun. Like you actually see a woman bite a guy's dick off.
Is this the remake? Part 3?
Yeah, Part 3. I guess technically, like Part 2 and Part 3 can be considered even sequels to the original because Mayor Zarki, I think his name, the guy that directed the original, came on board for him. But I think it kind of does serve as a sequel. I
remember we watched the remake of Last House on the Left when you came and stayed at your grandma's condo or something like that, Riverman. It had the movie's got Jesse Pinkman in it.
Oh, and Branson?
Yeah. Riverman's grandmother had like a condo or something in Branson, Missouri. Or a timeshare, I'm sorry.
What'd you guys think of the remake of Last House on the Left?
I thought it was pretty good.
I only watched it that one time, but yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was good.
I don't remember much about it.
It wasn't one of my favorite remake. The Maniac remake I thought was great. I loved it.
Still haven't watched it.
I think I was disappointed that the Last House on the Left remake didn't have anybody get their dick bit off like the original did. He knocked her out with a dead body's hand. Or no, he had a bone in it, my bad. Yeah, they all end like this. They all have the dinner scene.
Yeah, well, it's iconic. I mean,
yeah.
This looks like the same set as like the train station that the Turtles lived in fucking Turtles 2 and 3, you know?
Or that, or the Lost Boys set for the underground vampire lair.
Yeah. Lost Boys, that's one that's in our box too to do.
I love that movie.
We could do that. Call that a Halloween. We'll maybe do that one next week. We got to have our. We've yet to have our Feldman exploitation. I guess we technically started it because we did the original Turtles movie.
Maybe
I love the first Turtles movie.
Maybe that's the movie we can try to get Corey on.
We should get him for part 2, the one he wasn't in.
Oh yeah, because he's in part 3. I think Haim was in 3. Because that's when they were filming the 2 Coreys.
Haim was pissed because he wasn't in the movie, and like, because Feldman got like a job call for it or whatever, and like Haim was all like, "Oh, sweet, why don't we start?" He's like, "Well, buddy, I gotta tell you something. They don't want you here."
He was on too many prescription drugs or something.
Who was Corey Haim gonna play? Was he one of the voices in one of them?
In the third one, he was gonna be in the third one.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
with the Frog Brothers, and then he was gonna pop up too.
Yeah, I never saw any of the sequels.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, shut up.
My bad. Yeah. I meant that Corey Feldman wasn't in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. He was in Lost Boys 2.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I remember thinking part 3 was okay. I thought the second one was shitty, but I thought part 3 was shitty, but decent enough for like a rental and watch. If I remember right.
No, are we talking about Turtles or fucking... What are we talking
Lost
about?
Boys. I'm talking about Lost Boys now.
It's shitty. It's
Turtles
shitty.
3 sucks.
Because I think one of the Frog Brothers is like the main character. It's like, and it wasn't Corey Feldman, it was the other guy.
Whatever happened to the other Frog Brother? What has he fucking done?
He's not doing much, but he was in that.
What'd he do besides playing a Frog Brother?
No idea.
Remember 224 Corey song.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm saying. I don't fucking know. Maybe he was born on February 24th and he's trying to be like all poetic and shit. I'm gonna look.
I want to read his book, man. He had a book come out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Did he have a ghostwriter?
I'd love to read it, man. I don't even read books either.
He just doesn't seem like a credible source.
He's fascinating.
But he doesn't seem like a credible source. Like I have a feeling if I was reading Corey Feldman's book, there'd be a lot of
I've gotten that from him too, and that's why like I've always been kind of skeptical about like you say like, oh, he says that the guy that directed Lost Boys was molested him. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I just trust Corey.
How can you not just look at him, dude?
Well, I mean, so we're talking about Joel Schumacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher though, he's been like, obviously I don't know the guy personally, but he's been...
You've said it, but I've never heard it ever.
Google
I've heard,
it, man.
Like Roman Polanski and all these people, but never him.
Did you hear about the Weinstein guy that was like...
What? I saw it in the headlines. What happened?
He was like jacking off in front of some girl or something. Or one of the actresses.
The Miramax guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
So he was just sexually harassing, or did he do something bad?
He was sexually harassing, and then I thought I saw something where he was masturbating in front of somebody.
Oh, well, I mean, that never hurt nobody.
Allegedly.
I never hurt nobody. A little,
that
morning
ruined
mist.
Pee Wee Herman's career, and he did it in a fucking jack-off.
He didn't even do it. He didn't even expose himself.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But it didn't totally ruin his career. If you guys haven't seen it, if you guys like Pee Wee at all, I still love that new Netflix movie, man. It
didn't ruin his career now, but it kind of did at the time.
Did you watch the big Pee Wee's Big Holiday?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I started it, but I didn't finish it. I need to.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious. If there's only one slight nitpick about that movie. There's one scene that needed to go. There's only one scene that I don't get, and it should have just not made, left the cutting room floor. But other than that, I was dying laughing. I thought it was great.
Okay, here it is, dude. Daily News. Harvey Weinstein accused of masturbating in front of former Fox News reporter in New York City nightclub.
That's cool.
They pretty much own Hollywood, man. They feel like they can do whatever they want. Did they get an actual old man to play the grandpa?
He deserves to go to jail for those shitty fucking straight-to-video Hellraiser sequels anyway.
Yeah, I like some of those.
I don't think it is an old man to play the grandpa, actually.
Oh, man. Yeah, look at his big glove hand.
The only straight-to-video Hellraiser movie I remember liking was the first one, and it was just because...
Bloodline was good.
Bloodline was theatrical.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Bloodline was theatrical. That was the last one.
But after that one, it was all...
I remember thinking the fifth one, like, it had a cool idea of, like, showing
you what Inferno?
Happens. I think so. I think that's the one where it shows you what happens in their personal hell. But as the series kept going, they kind of just redid Part 5 over and over again, and then it made me hate Part 5. Like,
yeah,
Part 5 wasn't even that good. No.
It was Inferno and Hellseeker. I don't remember which one came first, but that was Part 5 and 6. Whichever way they went. Then you get into fucking Hell World.
Hell World, the one where they're fucking... Lance Henriksen was originally supposed to play Frank.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what a fucking movie for him to come and finally do in the series. Fucking Hell World.
Yeah, movies.
Where it's revealed that it was all a dream or something like that.
It just became all these random movies with different sort of like vibes to them, featuring a shoehorn Pinhead at the end or something.
Yeah, they were all written as different movies, and then just they threw him in there.
Yeah, exactly. They just were all scripts that they bought. It's all scripts that the studios owned, and they grabbed them and threw Hellraiser on the name. Like, we have always, because all those studios they sit on a stockpile of scripts that they buy. They just sit on them, and I'm like, well, let's take these shitty scripts that we're never going to use. Let's slap Hellraiser on it so we can make a quick $1.
Yeah.
Let's hire Craig Schaefer. He was the one you're talking about, right? Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I see him and I think of fucking Cabal. Or Nightbreed.
Did you hear the Cabal cut came out recently?
What are you talking about? That came out like fucking 2 years ago.
That wasn't the Cabal cut. That was just a director's cut that was slightly longer. The Cabal cut that has everything, and it's like 3 or 4 hours long, came out recently, and it was really limited. And it was only available.
That's the one that Shout Factory charges like fucking $200 for, some ridiculous.
I don't think Shout Factory's doing it. It's really limited to like 500 copies, and it's only being sold through Clive Barker's official site. I think they're all sold out now.
But they were calling it the Cabal cut on Shout Factory when they put it out a couple years ago.
I think it just said director's cut.
Are we sure?
That's because the Cabal cut.
Cabal cut was like, because the book was called Cabal, so the Cabal cut is like basically everything they shot for the movie that was cut out. It's like the definitive book.
I never liked that movie. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into it.
I was never a big fan of that movie either.
No, it's a movie I want to like, but I just can't.
I remember when Shout Factory's putting it out. I think that was a big kind of thing that was confusing for a lot of people, because I remember thinking, oh, that's a Cabal cut, right? And then I found out, no, that version's longer. And then I remember looking at it and thinking, oh, it says director's cut. So
Did we have any? Go ahead.
Do we have any listener questions from the last commentary?
I'd have to go through. Well, we're always getting comments and stuff on all the videos. Sometimes I get confused on where I saw comments on which videos and which podcasts. I can try and look really quick. But
I remember there was some on the Chucky one. Some comments.
Let me see if I can pull something up. But hey, one of the next movies I want to do, I really think it was a good idea to do Lord of Illusions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a unique choice. Like Scott Bakula. I don't think it's a great movie, but
I always enjoyed it.
No, it's a good movie. Like, it's one of those movies where I never thought it was as great as I wanted it to be. Like, I like it. I own it. I got the Scream Factory version. It's great. I don't know. I don't think it hits its full potential, but I like it. And of course, I love Bakula, man. So I think it'd be a fun movie. Plus the bad guy is fucking George's boss, dude, on Seinfeld. My name is Tina.
Oh, you're talking about Wilhelm?
Yeah. My name is Tina.
What's your favorite episode of Seinfeld? Mine's probably whenever George decides to do everything the opposite of what he thinks he should do.
I can't really say a favorite. When I was a kid, it was the Bubble Boy episode, but I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones.
Non-flashback!
Trying to go through some... Alright, sorry, it's a video.
I keep seeing Robert Englund wants Kevin Bacon to be the new Freddy.
That stupid headline. I hate it when they sit there and make those fucking headlines that go rampant and they go viral. Yeah, because all it is like somebody asking them on a radio show or in a fucking interview. And
yeah, they like to act like they got this big scoop.
But they ask him. Somebody probes it and asks him.
It was actually a rumor at one point that Kevin Bacon said that he'd consider playing Freddy Krueger if they did another reboot or remake or whatever. And so I guess they just asked him what he thought about it. And then, like, yeah.
He's too busy doing the new Tremors show, which I do want to watch. I like Tremors.
Yeah, I like Tremors, the original one.
They had a Harkins Theater Tuesday Night Classics. They had Tremors this week. I was supposed to go, but I couldn't make it. It's funny. What's that?
Death Sentence is actually streaming on Netflix too.
I like that movie a lot. I have it on Blu-ray, but yeah, that'd be a fun movie to do sometime.
And that was actually originally gonna be a Death Wish sequel.
Yeah, it's good. One of the comments on our Curse of Chucky commentary kind of makes me laugh. Gentleman Bradley Taylor, he says, "I just watched Cult of Chucky. I must say Brad Dourif had a time talking to himself." Because it did. It seems like what I get from that comment is his voice acting isn't the greatest. It's like you could tell he records his shit separately, not with anybody else.
I guess he had like a weekend to record it too.
Yeah. Somebody called us morons. LOL.
Why?
I don't know. It's some female. Maybe it's somebody you know or something. River. Do you know somebody named Kelly Ochoa?
Kelly Ochoa.
Because it says morons LOL, because it kind of sounds playful. It's not like, hey, you guys fucking suck. So that's why I wonder if it's somebody like you knew. But yeah, let's see. Oh, and then somebody, Bradley Taylor also asked, do you guys plan on doing any more Chucky movies? I know you've done part 2 and now 7. And then I, of course, told him, hey, that between both of the shows, Mac and Zach and ours, we've done them all except for Seed. And he said that he's actually... Oh, yeah, and I comment, and he goes, I have heard their Child's Play 3 commentary, and I must say I appreciate it. There's only 4 known commentaries in the world for that movie, and I've done 2 of them myself. That's what he said. He's done 2 of them himself. I still need to listen to Bride of Chucky and Curse of Chucky. So that's great, man, that some people are going over to Mac and Zach. I
can't believe there's that many Chucky fans out there.
What'd you say, Zach?
I said, that's terrible. Mac and Zach is a terrible podcast.
What are you talking about?
Stupid hosts. I don't know either of them.
I think I was gonna say, I don't know. I think you brought it up one time, Zach. And if you think it's a good idea, it might be a good idea. Like I know some podcasts do this for each other, especially under like networks. But if you guys want to post like one of your episodes every now and a blue moon, just as like promotion to go to your channel, you can do that because it's kind of cool to see people. When we're trying to push it, people going over to your podcast as well.
Oh yeah, we could also mention that we kind of talked about it because once we get the new website running, we're probably gonna make a Revival House podcast feed, but it's basically just gonna have all the shows in one spot, like BTM podcast.
Ideally, that would be the way to go, but
Hobo with a podcast, just so that there's no confusion, like. When people are like, I thought the show was called Revival House. Now it's called BTM. So yeah, we're just... You can stay subscribed to the personal ones if you want, or you could go to the one with all of them.
I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, yeah, I would like it to be just like the Revival House Network, and you could find all your stuff there. Because it is a shame, though, because like our stuff gets more listeners, and I want to bring them over to you guys. So it's like, in theory, if you guys were all under one place, you guys would get those hits too. It would be no different, you know? Like your Chucky 3 commentary have just as much traffic as our Chucky 2 commentary, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there would be more love for what you guys do, and Mitchell, and the slapstick, and all the... and not to mention, I don't know, I'm glad it would have a different title to it, because like when you guys make fucking weird ass baby rape jokes, we could technically be like, hey, that's not that's that podcast. Look at it. See the title? Different. Are we in the Hills Have Eyes now?
Yeah, kind of setting. That's a movie I watched recently, the remake that was on Stars or something.
I remember Riverman and I tried watching Hills Have Eyes in high school, and we fell asleep.
I don't hate the original. If I remember right, the original, like, it wasn't people that were like mutated from like a Fallout. It was like fucking inbred motherfuckers. But like, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
I appreciate it a lot more than I used to. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a great fucking title. Last
House
on the Left.
It's a great title.
It's a great title also.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street's a great title. Fucking Wes Craven, he was the title king.
Scream, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think he even named that movie.
That was Kevin Williamson.
I still like the original Scream.
I will never watch it again. It was good when it first came out, but I just have no desire to go back and rewatch it.
The way I feel about Scream is it's a lot better than the shit it spawned. You know, obviously it started this whole wave of shitty late 90s horror movies starring like Dawson's Creek fucking people. But, you know, I can watch the first Scream and respect it. Because when Scream came out in 1996, obviously there was no I Know What You Did Last Summer. There was no Scream sequels. When Scream came out isolated by itself in 96, I loved it. I was obsessed with it. I thought it was great. But yeah, it's kind of like when talking about music, it's like I love Pantera, but Pantera is responsible for all the shitty brocore we got later on, like the Five Finger Death Punches and all this shitty man. They're a product of Pantera, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, I'm not going to take it out on the band that kind of started this crazy wave, the good band.
It's like death eating a cracker, ain't it?
That was a good impression.
Why does he say that? It's like death eating a cracker.
I think it's because it sounds like the whole fucking thing is ad-libbed on his part.
What does that mean?
I like how he clearly didn't cut his neck. He just...
What kind of sick fuck would just slice their neck open like that?
Was that all the comments then, or what?
Oh, I was just kind of cherry picking on things. Let me see.
He's not even trying to just take the saw from her.
Todd, I guess this is a response to your net casting on the Chucky commentary when you're like, you're fucking drunk. We should have guests on. Adrian Mendoza offers his services. He's like, if you want a special guest on your commentary, I'm your man.
We need to get him just because he's listening for so long. I mean,
yeah, I'd be down.
We need to get him on just to bullshit with him because I'd love to talk to him, man.
Was he listening back in the day, like when you did have call-in episodes?
No,
I don't remember, but he's for a long time. I know.
I don't think I started seeing his stuff pre-Zach.
Yeah, I think it was right around the.
He's of the Zach era. So I mean, if you're listening, Adrian Mendoza, hypothetically, if you were to come on and be a bit of a guest on the show, what movie would you want to do?
Yeah.
Any recommendations? And maybe we'll go from there and see what's up. Maybe make it like a Halloween thing. Maybe fucking bring back the call-in.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring back the call-in.
You think people that don't know anything about the Corey G era think it's funny when we talk about Corey G? Probably not.
I know, right?
So I guess, no, it's so funny. Now, and people just know Corey G because you fucking talk about him all the time. You keep him alive. You're like Freddy Krueger on Elm Street. You're keeping him alive by fucking breathing his name.
He lives on our fear.
He does. So
Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah,
Nice. Pass.
So the Riverman, myself, and Lush era, that was the Mach 1 lineup. Or like the Mark 1 lineup. And then we had
that was 2011.
Yeah, long ass time ago. That was Mark 1. And then me, you, Corey G was Mark 2. And then yeah, I mean,
Then who was 3? There was another person too.
You could consider like
Pat.
the Walking Dead.
No, we'll see. That's different. Pat did the Walking Dead shit with us.
Issa did too.
She did some Walking Dead with it, but that's a little different. See, Pat, I'd love for Pat to do more shit with us.
Mm-hmm.
Pat's fucking great.
Yeah,
we'd always do the Walking Dead with him, so that's a little different. But yeah, and then it's been mostly me and Zach manning it, and River's been showing up more often, which is great. It's a lot of fun, and fuck, man. And we've had Mitchell from Mac and Zach on a couple of times. We've kind of cross-pollinated, so, and he needs to come back. Mitchell usually comes on when we do like the sillier movies that I think they're a better vehicle for the way when you guys get together, I'm outnumbered, right? It's like whenever you guys get together, it's like, okay, the reins are let go. I lose all control. So it's like, I almost kind of think there's better movies. Like if I knew, it's like, okay, we got Mitchell and Zach, we should do this movie instead of this movie, you know? Just depending on how it is. Cause yeah, it's like, man, we lose all control. But on the flip side, when you guys are doing your podcast, that's what you guys do. It's just great. You're kind of in control. That's why I love the last drunken commentary you did, where it's funny because you went off the hinges, man. It was great.
Did you listen to your special?
No, I'll listen to it tonight. I meant to listen to it while I was working today, but
Aaron gets a fucking special episode of Mac and Zach that no one else does, bitches.
Wow.
And I already predicted what it was before he sent it. It's fucking him like fucking jerking off and shit. I mean, it's gonna be him jerking off. He's finally doing that Wet Dream on Elm Street commentary.
I did Wet Dream on Elm Street, and I said a couple times that if I could get a boner, I would probably jack off. But since I was drunk, I couldn't get a boner.
That's funny.
So you're saved from that.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, but Adrian, reach out to Aaron. We'll see what we can do.
But maybe we should also think about the call-in thing too. That might be fun. That might be a fun way of handling something for Halloween. Kind of cast the net out there when we're going to be recording and invite people on.
I'd love to do a Google Hangout, but that's
or
just
if we could somehow pull off the Google Hangout. I mean,
or
with
YouTube
quality
Hangout,
stuff,
whatever it is.
Did we? I know we looked into that at a point, didn't we, Zach? And was there something that held it up, or did we just kind of stop looking into it?
I think we talked about looking into it, but we never did.
So we should. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's what we should look into. Look into like a Google Hangout or a live. We can get people on, and whoever the fuck wants to come on. Maybe that's the way we should try and do it. So anyway, let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys think about the commentary. Also, be sure, as I pitched earlier in the episode, check out Mac and Zach Save the World on their commentary. I think their most recent is the drunken commentary of... What was the last one you guys? Bride Chucky, was that the last one you did? Yeah, it was really funny. We obviously just did Curse of Chucky on this one last week, and we're going to have probably another one a couple days from now. We'll have more next week. We're going to try and do as much as we can for the Halloween season, because as soon as Halloween's over, we got 2 whole months to do Christmas stuff, and there's still a lot of Christmas stuff to do. But that's really all we got. Make sure you, if you haven't subscribed to us here, if you just stumbled across us now, hit that subscribe button. I guess the cool thing now is to say hit that little fucking bell for notifications. You know what I'm saying? Because because one click wasn't easy enough. Now you got to click twice. But if you want to, hit the bell, get notified, follow us, leave feedback, leave comments. We'll try and read them every week. And check us out everywhere: Facebook, Twitter's, all that shit. Revivalhouse.net. And always say it every week. If you guys are watching on YouTube, that's amazing. We love you. Zach will blow you. But if you guys want the episode slightly earlier, usually a day, if not just earlier that day, and you want them completely unedited, unfiltered, all the funnier candy intact, the audio of the movie intact, please consider subscribing to us on iTunes. And please leave feedback there, 5-star ratings if you could. And we're also on the Stitcher app, which is obviously going to be good for you Android folks, or on Apple too, if you prefer that app. But we're on Stitcher and iTunes under Behind the Mask. I think we're going to try and look into somehow making that just like we were talking about, like an umbrella. I'd love to do that, so we can find all our shit in one place, whether it be the Retro Rampage, Mac and Zach. That would be ideal because it would not only help Mac and Zach, it would help the Retro Rampage.
Mac and Zach on there too,
or whatever you want to do, man. I'm just saying, like, whatever. I mean, I would like
that stupid shit.
Everything is welcome. Everything is good. But anyway, that's all we got. We'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully, only a couple days from now, if not next week. That's all I got. Any final comments from you, gentlemen?
Come on my tongue.
All right. Well, adios, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.